My name's Pete Murray. I'm the Managing Director at Veritas for Australia and New Zealand, and I support the team to make sure that they support our partners delivering value to our clients. The changes in the channel. Well, through a Dicker data lens, it would be called dominance. So I've seen Dicker data go from strength to strength to strength. The most recent value that Dicker data has got, of course, is the exclusive distributorship of Veritas. So we only distribute our products through Dicker data now, which is great for Dicker data and great for us, and more importantly, great for the partners. The rest of the channel, probably some consolidation would be the obvious thing, certainly in the security space, with a lot of acquisitions and mergers in the security space. So Veritas does three things. We can protect data. That's what we're most known for. We can back it up, we can make it immutable, we can put it on a cloud drive to keep it air gapped, so we can back up data. But we do two other things that most people don't know us for. The first thing is we can identify and classify data. So think of the recent activities around PII and a very well-known telco in that space. We have software that they would have known two things. They'd have known it was there, they would have known how much of it was there, and then they could have controlled access to it. And when someone who shouldn't have had access starts having access, we could have alerted them to that. That's probably one of our biggest kept secrets. The other thing we do is we keep applications running irrespective of the data location. So we can keep things running all the time, like Woolworths distribution software. You know, we sit in between the software and the data to make sure that they can always dispatch products to supermarkets, pending other mitigating circumstances, but the application just won't stop running. And all of our software can run in the cloud now, so you don't have to run it on premise. All of our software is now subscription, not perpetual, so our price to entry has dropped for year one by over 75% for the vast majority of our products. And next week we have an incredibly important announcement where we're launching a brand new suite or umbrella of products to take Veritas to market instead of taking our products to market discreetly. Absolutely, the data protection, ransomware, cybersecurity is now a board level conversation. And we can give those boards assurance that they can control 100% of that data. They can protect 100% of that data, and they can be assured that when it happens, because it's not really an if, it's a when. I mean, if Medibank, Woolworths, Optus can be a victim to cyber issues, anybody can fall victim to cyber issues, but we've never had our appliances compromised in our history, and in the last 4 years, no client has reported paying a ransom payment. So one would suggest that the people who are paying ransom, they're not with Veritas, and an awful lot of companies are paying the ransom. So we're here to protect their brand, to protect their data, and to protect their business continuity. Well, interestingly, in March, I went to a CISO conference in Sydney where the then minister spoke about the new act. And in particular, they were talking about their ability to step in. And there was an enormous debate, a panel debate, between the consumers of the government's policy and the government. And how does that work? Who has control? Who has right of veto? What we're able to do inside SOCI and inside NIST and inside any framework that you want to talk about when it comes to data protection is that we can assure it. So we don't have a gimmick warranty, we just have track record. No, we've never been compromised in our history, and in the last 4 years, no client's ever paid a ransom or reported paying a ransom. So we're a safe pair of hands. 45% of the ASX 100 invest in protecting their businesses with Veritas. Now that is an interesting perspective. One, why pay money for insurance? I think you should have insurance, but why pay money for insurance if you're not doing anything about protecting it? You don't insure your car and then not get a driver's license to know how to drive the car. So why would you have insurance for your data if you're not doing something about protecting it in the first instance? That would be one. The second one is all of the cyber insurance in the world hasn't saved Optus's brand impact from their recent event. So you can have an insurance policy to cover cost, but you cannot have an insurance policy to cover brand. You asked about organisations that aren't backing up their data. We recently surveyed over 130 CISOs in Australia and New Zealand. And of those CISOs, less than 40% actually knew how much of their data was being backed up. And the equivalent amount believed that their business would face significant disruption post a cyber event. Now, that tells me that 4 in 10 organisations aren't doing the right thing. They're not protecting their data in the first instance. They're not making sure that their businesses can recover and continue operating to serve their end customers in a timely fashion. So you can have all of the seat belts, to use a car analogy, to protect yourself from going through the windscreen, but it could be the other person that hits you that caused the seatbelt to be there. So you need to make sure you're wearing it all the time, not just when you think that you're not going to be safe.